for visiting my channel. Please subscribe below. I am excited to be making this YouTube channel, so I really am eager about this journey. Please take the time to leave comments so that way I can get to know you as you get to know me. I'll be posting videos on doing my makeup. If you want to see how I've achieved this look, please stay tuned. I'll be doing videos on my hair, giving you hair tutorials, and if it's anything you're looking for, please let me know and I'll get back to you and make a video on that. I'm really excited. We'll get right to it. Hey guys, so I started out using my Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I love it, gives such a nice finish. It goes on smooth. I think it's definitely a buy. You just want to apply all over your face. I use a little at a time. A little product is more, so I remember that going forward. Then I start off cleaning up my eyebrows. I actually use MAC Deep Dark Brunette Fluid Line Brow Gel Cream. It's actually really good. Still gives me a natural finish, and once again, a little goes a long way. This Ruby Kiss brush I bought is not really giving me the finished look that I'm looking for. It comes on a little lighter, more than I would like. So then I move into my Sephora brush. It's an angle brush and it's a little bit more in depth, the bristles, so it gives me the look that I'm looking for. Way more clean cut, a little darker, but still gives me a natural finish. So you just want to take the time, clean up your eyebrows. I dab a little, I trace and I draw just to keep them natural, not too dark. I know some people prefer it, but it's just not what I go for. So that's how I do my eyebrow. If you can see, this left one, your left to my right, looks a little higher, but we're going to get to that. Then I use my Chestnut LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I just clean up my eyebrow, give me the arch that I'm looking for, and I really like it. At first I would use Toffee, but to my skin complexion, Chestnut was a better fit for me. Then I go in with my concealer brush and I just buff it and clean it all out. The key word to makeup is blend. You want to blend your makeup as much as possible so that way it can look as natural as possible. So I just go in and blend my makeup. Blend my concealer, I'm sorry. As you can see, this left one looks a little bit higher, so I'm going to go back in and try to fix my right eyebrow. This really wasn't working for me. No, whoa. See, it comes on a little thick, and some people may wipe both their eyebrows off. I'm going to show you how to fix it. So I'm going to go back in. I use my spoolie first to kind of thin it out. Then I'm going to go back in with my Chestnut LA Girl Pro Concealer. And remember, makeup, you're an artist, sweetie. Clean it up, learn how to fix it, and keep moving. Then I blend some more, blend again. And just how I like them, they look more even and more of a finished look. Oh yeah, fix your eyebrow, you go girl. Then I use my Urban Decay. This is an eyeshadow primer. Then I go in with my concealer brush and I just go and just buff it all out again. After that, I go in with my Chocolate Bar palette by Too Faced, and I use Milk Chocolate for my first transition color. I'm going for more of a nude look with a little sparkle, so I use Milk Chocolate for my first transition color. Then I go in with Semi Sweet right under that color. I use a fluffy brush so the product doesn't go on too heavy. It's just light enough to give me the transition look that I'm looking for. Then I go in and I use Cherry Cordial, and I apply that to my crease so it gives you more of a depth. I give a darker color always in my crease, especially because I don't have so much of a hooded eye, so it gives me more of that look. And I use my crease brush to go back in and just blend all of that out. After that, I use my LA Pro concealer. I'm not going for a cut crease, but it cleans up the eyeshadow at the bottom to make makes this eyeshadow more bright. I'm going with Marzipan, and if you can see, my sparkle is a lot more brighter than it. Color that I use is Amaretto. It's a great transition color, really cools the tone out, really gives you an ombre look, and I really like it. Oh yeah, you see my dance moves. So I just go in and use that as my second color. Then I go in with Black Forest Truffle. I go in and I just use that to smoke my eye out. A little, it's not too dark, but it gives me the finish that I'm looking for. And then I take that and I use a pencil brush and I go all into the crease of my eye. Then after that, I use my Smashbox Always Sharp Waterproof Eyeliner. I got this in a test trial kit that I got. No, this is not a sponsored video. I got it from Ulta. And it comes on really well. It's very fluid, nice, doesn't give you a choppy look, and I thought it was really nice. And this is my first time using NYX Color Correcting, a liquid base. It says restores the healthy glow of medium to dark complexions. I just apply it to all my dark spots on my face. And my change purse is under my eye. I'll be a little tired. And then I take my beauty blending brush and I just also wet it with my Prep and Prime MAC spray. And I just blend that all out into my skin. So we will see how we like it together at the end, because this is definitely my first time using it. Then I go in and I use my flat foundation brush, and I use my foundation by MAC, and it's Pro Longwear, and it's waterproof. That's what I really liked in the summertime. It stayed on a long time. I actually put my foundation on my hand, and I just dab my brush into my hand, and I dab it on my face. I try not to do long streaks. Just get it into your pores, into your skin, leave a nice finish. And I apply that all to my face. You also want to make sure you apply down into your neck area to blend it out. Some people don't like to because sometimes your makeup gets on your clothes, but it works well for me. Then I go back in and I start to highlight my face, and that is with Chestnut Pro Long Girl Concealer. The same one I use for my eyebrows, I actually use for my highlight. As you can see, it's not too light, just a little bit lighter than my skin complexion. Gives me a nice, not too bright, but nice highlight that I'm looking for. Then I go in with my beauty blender. Again, you always want to make sure your beauty blender is wet, and I use Prep and Prime MAC spray. And I go in and I just dab. I do not streak, just dab it out, dab it into your skin. And I try not to make my highlight too wide. Like, I used to spread it all the way across. I try to leave it in right underneath the eye and bring it out just a little. So I continue to blend that. And then I go in, this is actually a new product, guys. It's NYX Mineral Set and Don't Fret It Setting Foundation for your finishing powder. I've never used it before. I was super nervous. So we're going to see if this gives me a ghostly look, because I've tried other ones and it has not came out how I wanted it to. Then I go in and I contour my face. And I contour with my face with my Becca Cosmetics Deep Bronze powder. I actually use my sculpting brush for this, and I go in and I just lay the powder how I want it. I use a powder foundation because for me it's easy. It's easier for me to clean up, so I really like using that powder contour. Then I go in and I, blend out my face with my Real Techniques Face Experts brush. I really, really love this brush. It buffs out your contour and your highlight really, really well. And it's something that I use quite frequently now. I just bought it like a couple weeks ago. I think it's definitely a buy. So I go back in and I highlight underneath my contour. Then I take a large powder foundation brush and I just wipe off all the excess powder. See, you guys, getting a little nervous when I wipe. I try to blend as much as possible and wipe as much as the product off. I really, really like it. If you can see, it leaves a little bit of a line if you do not blend it enough and get all the excess powder off. So you just want to keep going over and buff out as much as possible to get that finish that you're looking for. So then I go back in with my Real Experts Technique brush and I buff and blend my contour, my highlight. I do not want to lose my contour, so I go back in just a little bit and I lightly use my powder to just touch up my face a little. Then I go back in and I blend a little bit more. Then I go in and I take a soft stippling brush and I use my MAC blush powder in the color Raisin. Gives me a warm look and I really, really like it. Then I take my Real Techniques brush and I go back in and I blend that out a little. Then I take my powder brush and I use my MAC mineralizing powder and a dark deepest color. It's a skin finish powder and I really, really like it. It gives me a finished look. It goes back in and blend out all my contour, my highlight, and gets everything to just sit how I like it. Then I go back in and I apply my mascara. I go back to my eyes because I just don't like when the powder falls into my mascara and then I have to go back in and clean it all up anyway. Sorry guys, I got a little stuck there for a minute. I got a little distracted, but I curl my eyelashes. I go in underneath the bottom and just my eyelashes are pretty long, so most of the time I do not wear eyelashes. But I'm actually using the Maybelline Colossal Big Shots mascara. Then I go back in with my eyeliner pencil and I use my NYX Professional Makeup Epic Ink Liner. It's actually a pen and it's very fluid, really light, it's really precise, and I think it's an excellent product to use. And I just apply a little wing to the outside of my eye. Excuse that makeup palette. You guys gotta teach me a little bit more video etiquette 101, but this is the first one I'm trying here. So you just wanna, I just applied a little wing to the end, nothing too dramatic. Then I go back and use my Bobbi Brown Longwear gel eyeliner. It's called Black Ink #1. And I just use that to, when I apply my foundation, it's not as dark as I would like it. So I go back in and use that color. Y'all see some of my dance moves today. Then I use my mascara and I go back in and I just touch up my bottom eyeliner. And my mascara. I just got a little bit of liner, so I just cleaned it up with a beauty blender. Then I actually smudged out my bottom lash line with Black Forest Truffle, the eyeshadow I actually used in my crease earlier. If you did not notice, I forgot to contour my nose earlier, so let's do that now. And I think that's the good part about using powder for me, because I can just go in and touch up, and it's easier to blend for me, so I really got into using powder for my contour. See, took 2 seconds and now it's over. Again, always use my Real Techniques brush. Then I use my Naked highlighter. It's called Lit. This is the first highlighter I've ever used, and I really like it. I really like everything in this video. And I put it on my lip to give me a Cupid's bow. I don't have that. But then I also go back in and I use my Gold Deposit by MAC. And of course I love that too. But I use my Gold Deposit. I really like the bronzy look of the Gold Deposit. And then I go back in with my Real Techniques brush and I just blend that out a little bit more. It gives me a natural finish and not make my make it so harsh. Then I go back in with my MAC Gold Deposit and I highlight my eyebrow.
Have you ever felt? Are you listening? Damn.
And I use a flat brush for that. And I also highlight my inner tear duct. And then I use my lip pencil by MAC in the color Currant. And then I use my NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick. It leaves a matte finish, so it's not as glossy as it comes on to be. And I just wait for it to dry, so it can come out matte. And then I spray my face with MAC Prep and Prime to get my makeup to stay not so easy to wipe off. And I play the waiting game with my lipstick just to give it that matte finish. And I like more of an ombre look, so I just go back in a little bit with my pencil. Oh yeah. And then I use Stone, and I apply by MAC and just apply a little into the middle part of my lips. And we're all done. Thank you for visiting my channel. This is my finished look and I love it right now. Don't forget to leave comments and I'll be sure to get back with you. Till next time.